we unbox and put together the Steakager. That's this time on This was supposed to have been just a simple unboxing of my new gadget, the Steakager. However, it didn't go to plan as, well, usual. My cameras all gave me different problems at one time or another. It just was very frustrating. And then the machine itself didn't want to go together either. So, have fun watching me get really frustrated. This one comes in a flat rate box. You know, it's one of those, if it fits, it ships sort of things. So it's not as thick, not as well made, I have a funny feeling. But we'll see. This first thing I just pulled out is the very top. Apparently it's where the brain and everything is, and it's where the fans are. Interestingly, one of them blows out the end there. So that's to control the humidity inside. There's also a UV light right there. UV light right there that you probably can't see. That way it kills any bad things that could hurt us or make smells. So that's the top. Here's the bag of salt that comes with it. It's just a regular old bar-like bag with salt in it. It lays on the bottom to help absorb the moisture that the fans are pulling off the meat. Here's all the nuts and bolts and things you need to put it together. Nuts and bolts. Cutting board material. This is the back side. It says it right there. I need to turn that light on. It says back right there. This is the back side. This is the bottom. It says bottom right there. This will be the front side that you're looking at to watch it. Which, one of the first things you notice about this is a threaded rod, and they hold things up instead of those nice beefy struts they had in the old ones. This is the left side, making this the right. They just have little glue grooves in them. Little grooves. Where the others had built up pieces of plastic or this material that the thing sat on, much more sturdier than this is. And they were $50 cheaper. Much thicker stuff. Well, that's all there is in the box. Here's these are carbon charcoal fiber filters that will slide into this slot right here. That slot right there. That'll help where the fan blows out. When the fan blows out, that'll help keep the air clean as well. I'll start trying to put this thing together now, and after being so rudely interrupted. Let's see the side. Left side. There are grooves all in this for everything to run into, and that's for the trays. This fits, not this side with the fan, but this side fits into this, into those grooves. Just like that. Easy peasy. You're not supposed to get them that tight, so just hand tight. Now this side, if the hole fits the fan, And once again, you can see that the way this is curved and stuff fits the outline on top of this. So, doesn't it? On the left side, going on just like the right side. Just gotta find that there's the little hole with the place for the filter to go through. Now we put on the bottom. You can tell the bottom because it's got a little bit of an indentation in it, which is supposed to be able to catch drippings. Actually, I'm supposed to put the back on first. The back has this little notch in it for the cord. See the little notch. This little notch. After that goes in, there's a lip all around the sides here that has the meat up so that the bottom can go in. I'm uncertain how I'm supposed to do that. The jars don't stick out far enough. Turns out there's a trick. In the instructions it says, insert threaded rod into hole closest to barrel, push threaded rod through rod cover tubes using a second cap, hand tighten the rod assembly. Well, I thought I had the wrong page. It says tighten the end onto the end. It says tighten the end to the rod. You tighten all the rod the whole way in, and you put it, the rod's not really long enough. Then you put this through the top, and they barely catch, if you're lucky, but how do you spin it when it's inside this? So you finally run it back up, and you try to connect them together. You can't see me having on top, but you can keep spinning as much as you want because they don't meet. Is when you do these, instead of doing them 20 turns all the way to the end, you do it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pulls, 10 runs. Stick it up through there, and then you can see it up here. It actually pushes the lens up, and you can start tightening that. And then you can tighten it from either end. So that's a little trick. You can't do like they say, tighten it down all the way and then stick it in. Doesn't work that way. Okay, to put in the bottom piece, you want this and this back piece to be flush. But as you can tell, it's not. So you're gonna have to work with that to get that bottom piece in. So just slide right in from right up here, and then you put in the last threaded rod through these holes right here, and you should be done. That'll probably take me a while. I'll show you after I'm done. Well, here they both are in. All I got left is the cover and the racks. There's the racks. They're both a little bit bowed. Hopefully they'll fit. I don't think that's how that's supposed to go. That one goes in better, but that one's too tight. Look at that. Just broke the broke off the thing because just broke both of them. I had to figure something else out, I don't know. Well, I had to go get another threaded rod. Of course, it's a proprietary size, so they either had one too small or one too big, and I decided to go with the one too small because I didn't want the too big one to not fit through the hole. Came back and finally got it all put together. Everything's seated like it's supposed to be. That way that moves back and forth. So does that. This thing is completely seated like it's supposed to be. You can see the lights back there and stuff. Everything's seated exactly as it's supposed to be. This doesn't fit. These, I said you can see the difference. You're not supposed to move back and forth like that. This one, you know. So I had to buy a thread and do it like this on both sides. I'll end up cutting that off, and I probably would never do two at once anyway. But you know, that doesn't fit right, and I have a funny feeling this isn't going to fit right either. Here it is, all put together, and surprisingly it seems to work, or at least the brains do. You can hear the fans going. If I'll be quiet and let you listen. There were little tabs that I found later that went into all the holes that you can see in it that hold up the top, and the bottom still rolls around on that. Two short rod cars, but the cover fit perfectly. I'll show you as I show you. Fits in there. It creates a pretty good seal. I'll turn the light off now, so you can see the blue light works. The only thing that hasn't worked yet is this fan right here, but I'm guessing it probably only works when the humidity is high. And here in West Texas, our humidity is never that high. Once you get some wet meat in it, I bet it'll start working. During the editing of this video, I had to cut out a lot of negative comments about this thing. Didn't seem to be well built, wasn't going together easily at all, it's not intuitive at all. But I do believe it's going to do what it says it's going to do. And as I said, once I figured out about the tabs along the top here, I think that'll actually hold a little bit of weight. So I'm kind of excited about it. So in a future episode, I'll be using this to dry some beef. So look forward to that on a future edition of the Gadget Griller. And that'll wrap up this edition of the Gadget Griller.